Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. Pete Gray here with Rock Cod Rick Maxo. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup here, right next to the San Diego landings in Point Loma, where they're unloading a lot of fish off the Royal Star, the American Angler right now. Fisherman's Processing is a busy place.
I was just going to say, Sean and those poor guys are just, they're not going to see the light at the end of this tunnel for quite some time.
Boy, yeah, they've been busy. But we have such a great show going on right now. Rod Halperin and Carlos Torres from War Heroes on Water talking about this fantastic tournament and such a great support for our war heroes like Carlos here. And thanks to all our listeners that have already texted 80100 to WHOW and donated $10 and hope many more do and support this great tournament that's going to happen here at the end of September and having a lot of fun talking fishing.
Yeah, man, and if you want to do it with us for the second hour, again, we want to hear from you. Give us a call at 213-432-1090. Again, 213-432-1090, or send us a text. Lots of great texts are rolling through. Again, the only way to text Let's Talk Hookup is via the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's a free download. The only way to send your questions in, and boy, we are giving away a great prize for one lucky caller or texter, which we'll determine from a coin flip from Carlos at the end of the show. Somebody's going fishing on a full-day trip on board the Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing, a killer prize for one of our lucky participants, whether that be a caller or a texter at the show. And man, just lots of great info, lots of great fun, and we're going to find out what's going on the water. It's time for the Catch Report this morning, which today our FishDope.com report is sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, probably about the busiest place you could imagine in all of San Diego right now, because they're the best processor for your trip. When you return to the San Diego landings, whether it be a long-range trip, a local trip, a private boat trip, plus with Fish Pros The Market, you can purchase fresh fish. They do smoked and jerky fish, their spices, rubs, smoked cheese, their famous tuna burgers, and that amazing poke kit. Stop by their location on Old Town and Taylor Street, or call for details and order online at fishermansprocessing.com. Be sure to check out their brand new Instagram page at The Real Fisherman's Processing. And with this craziness that we're experiencing, we need to make sure to make a reservation. When you're going on your trip, it is right now mandatory to have a reservation to get your processing taken care of.
Even when you book your trip next year, book a processing reservation, and you'll be assured, because let's hope we have the same kind of fishing next year that we do this year. Just book your processing reservation. They'll take it for you. Also, Fisherman's Processing looking for employees, so you need to work with a great team over there. You like fish, you like being around the fishing industry, you're a fish cutter, you want to be a assistant fish cutter, helper, just help process the fish and work with the great team over at Fisherman's Processing. Just call their general number, and the best thing to do would be to send a text to their general number there at Fisherman's Processing. And if you need a job with a great group there, they're looking for employees. So.
And that could be anybody from a fillet master like Raymond to somebody to throw fish in a bin. You know what I mean? They need bodies, because it literally is that busy. They have some
great guys over there. And you get to go down to the landings and watch all the fish come in. You get to go down to the plant. It's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's find out what's going on our private boater buddy, Captain Mark Wish from Pacific Edge, with our FishDope.com report. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Pete, Rick, Rod, Carlos. And Carlos, thank you for your service, brother. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
and guys, I can certainly say, without reservation, this an absolutely fantastic time to be a private boat fisherman right now. This has been
no question
just an incredible week offshore with nice weather, fighting fish just about everywhere. It's been fun. And that's not to say that they are just jumping in the boat. Obviously, you need to be proactive. You got to have good gear. You got to have some preparation and a good work ethic to make a catch. But there is no shortage of fish to practice on, let me tell you. So the headliner this week for sure, it's got to be that amazing volume of Dorados we got around here. certainly in my experience, and probably just about for everyone, there's more here than we have ever seen before. I mean, I've never seen breezers of 1,000 Dorado swimming around kelps like we have up here. So it's, man, we got some volume. And it's mostly closer to the beach, which is nice. And now the area is pushed all the way up north, all the way to the Channel Islands. And then even a few in Santa Monica Bay, down across the Boot, off Palos Verdes yesterday. There was some good fishing in the Catalina Channel, which has really been kind of the epicenter here in the last week or so. And then on down all the way to well below the border. Who really knows how far this area goes. But just a tremendous area. But, the guys that focus on the lighter line, smaller hooks, and a hot bait, smaller sardine, and an anchovy if you can find one somewhere. Those are the guys that are doing really well. And if you also take a little time maybe to get some small mackerels by the bait barge, the Dorados love those mackerels. The other major player offshore is those tuna fish, and we've been hearing about endless amounts of bluefin and giant ones here for quite some time. And that area has been above Clemente, but it looks like it's been shifting a little bit like it has in past seasons. There's been some good fishing kind of in the middle of the back of Clemente, and that's the way it's shifted the last couple of years. It started up above there and it would shift into that area, and then when the water straightens out, maybe toward the Cortez and Tanner, which, cooler water and just yellows out there right now. But we'll see that bluefin out there a little bit later. And then along with the bluefin, seeing more and more yellowfin around, which is nice. There's been some up in that 499 zone, some on the front side of Clemente. We saw a bunch here a few days ago when I was fishing just outside the North 9 in the late afternoon. Oh, my God, that whole area became alive. There's just fish everywhere. And in the middle of all these yellowfin, my buddy gets about a 65-pound bluefin, so go figure. But unfortunately, it looks like the seiner's got a lot of that. But the biggest news, and Danny, you give me a heads up on this here just before I went on the air, that biggest news has got to be that fish biting down the beach. There's some new fish moving in, good grade yellowfin with quite a bit of bluefin mixed in with it down there in that upper hidden bank zone. It's kind of developing with that better tuna fishing down there, and there's a little mix of yellowtail and Dorado in there. And it just was full rack in there for the sport boats mostly. For you private boat guys, if you opt to make that road trip, you probably want to pay attention to the weather because it's supposed to breeze up a little bit this afternoon, and it'll definitely be a little choppy coming home from that sector. But, man, it's been good fishing down there. And for the guys up wandering around up here, this is, we're getting towards fall, and this is the time of year to keep a really close eye on the mammals, keep an eye on the porpoise schools or dolphin or whichever they are. There's been some yellowfin caught underneath them now already above the border here, so that's in years past, we found some really good ones a little later in the fall underneath those porpoise, so that's something to keep an eye on. So I got to say, guys, without question, it is time to go fishing.
Yeah, no question about it. And fishdope.com, Danny and the boys are doing such a great job over there. And I'm going to put a little agenda here. I went out on field research on Wednesday with a great crew, and we found that yellowfin 11.6 miles from Point Loma. Jeez. And had a 3-hour drift on it. But I got to tell you, it was not easy to get a bite. You needed a great hot bait, and you needed 25-pound Seaguar Gold.
That's skinny line.
And the other thing, too, is connections. You had to make sure your connections were right, whether it be the knot to the hook or your Spectra to fluorocarbon. Trinidad 14, like 50-pound Spectra. You needed something that would make that bait run, and like a 800 XL CalStar or 800L CalStar. I'm telling you, it was all about the presentation in order to get a bite. And if you have the right presentation, you got a bite. If you didn't have the right presentation, you watched everybody else get a bite.
That's good info, man.
Yeah, so make sure you but I can't stress enough making sure your connections are right.
If you need to send a couple of your boys over to the shop, we can get them.
Yeah, I think so.
Tuned back up.
You need to tune back up.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I saw that picture, and I saw that little rod, and I said, that's got to be Pete's 800 XL.
That's my, Leon from CalStar built that for me 25 years ago, and still my number one favorite guide. It's got that AFCO lightweight roller guides on it. Still, I've caught that thing. It's got a cork handle. It's got more fish on that rod. That's amazing. And I'll tell you what, when you pull it on a 35-pound yellowfin, it works in an old guy like me.
Nice
for
job,
sure.
buddy.
But anyway, Mark, fishdope.com. Get the stuff. Go out fishing. It's a great time. And how do we find you?
Well, Pete, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger by the big Chevron station there. And the phone number at the store is 714-840-4262. The website's PacificEdgeTackle.com. And, you know, we've got some history on that corner. And when Anthony was talking earlier, he mentioned about his 17-foot whaler. Well, he used to live right down the street. And he and his cousin Ray used to pull that 17-foot whaler into the parking lot and buy a package of anchovies and a package of squid to go catch sand bass on the flats. And look at what's going on now.
That's cool, man.
That's right. That's a good story.
Yeah. Well, great, Mark. Appreciate
guy.
that. And I know you've been a big supporter of War Heroes on the Water, too. And, hey, we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, you got it. We'll see you guys. Take care. Go fishing.
Thanks,
right.
Mark. Appreciate
go
that.
fishing right now.
Hey, well, before we continue on, I had a great text come through. This one's for Rod. Is there an alternate method of donating money? I love this cause. I want to be a part of it. That's from Arnold, calling from San Diego.
Yeah, Arnold, the primary way, and most guys that do donate, they go to our website, which is warheroesonwater.com. And remember to put the E in heroes, Heroes. And on there's a Donate Now button. You go there, and it takes you right to the website. You put in your credit card number, and off you go. There's also some other ways to donate and other information on the website. But that's the best way to, if you don't want to text $10 or you got some other ideas, go there. If you have something specific, you want to send an email, there's a way to contact us. And we have a whole team that's managing donations and sponsorships and stuff like that. And they will pounce on you. So, it's going to... If you want to help, that's a great way to do it. Showing up, showing your support, giving some money, all those sorts of things, giving goods and services. Again, if you got a yacht, you want to be part of this tournament, I got room for a few more. I got a need for a few more. So I'd love to pull another participating yacht out of this call, too.
Totally.
So War Heroes on Water, if you just Google that, it'll come up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then if you
misspell heroes, right?
Probably.
Like I usually do.
Yeah. And then if you want to have some fun, go to, you'll find us on YouTube there, too. And there's dozens of really great videos that we put together.
Cool. Are you in some of those, Carlos?
I'm not sure. I haven't taken a look.
Yeah.
I can tell you without a doubt he is.
He is, yeah.
I don't like to look at myself.
Yeah.
I've got a question for Carlos. Now, you've fished, obviously, this tournament many times. We talked before the show about you fishing here. Like, do you have a favorite? I mean, it's hard to beat Big Giant Bluefin, but, making casts for Calico Bass with Jimmy Decker, you know what I mean? It might not be a 200-pounder, but it's technical and it's fun and it's bites, and I know you've done the codden thing. Like, what do you have a favorite, and what is it?
No, I think you pointed it out. Calico's probably one of my favorites, and Dorados.
Okay.
But I think the fight that the Calico puts up, it's fun.
Fun, and the bite, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when it's the type of fishing that you were describing, too, when it's, cast after cast, but, like, you find an area and the cast is right, and you knew, like, when the kelp is laid down the right way, and you know that if you made that cast and you hit that pocket, and you did, and then you turn the handle and get the bite, like, it's a different set of rewarding. Like, that just gets under your skin and doesn't come back out.
Well, I think the cool part is when I see Carlos pulling on a fish, and under the bend of the rod is Jimmy Decker swimming around the boat because he fell off the side of the boat. So,
I'd like to get film on that.
I got a picture of it. I'll share with you guys.
Yeah.
But we called him Swimmy Decker the rest of the tournament.
That's hilarious.
Well, speaking of fishing with Jimmy Decker, I know a guy that's going to be fishing with him during War Heroes on the Water, and that's our buddy Captain Dave Hansen is calling us this morning. Good morning, Dave.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, Carlos. Once again, thank you for everything you've done to allow me to do what I get to do every single day. Gang, this War Heroes on Water, I've been a part of it since the very beginning, thanks to Rod and Anthony. And every time I think about it, every time I get involved a little bit deeper, it just opens up my heart, and I just get so emotional because this is such an emotional event. And if you guys have not been a part of this yet, you need to be a part of it. And if your boat isn't big enough to carry the guys, you need to be in Newport for the parade. This is such a life-changing event. It is absolutely incredible. And once again, every single one of the people that have served this country I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart because they allow Pete and Rick and myself to get to do these cool things we get to do every single day. And without all these guys doing what they do, we couldn't do it. Gang, I'm going to reach out to everybody. This is a challenge. Go text that $10, everybody, and then anybody that has a boat and wants to be a part of this, reach out. War Heroes on Water, go to the website, let us know. We need some more boats. We don't want to leave any of these guys on the dock.
So, Rod, you need 40-footers, right? Like something 40 or better.
You got to carry 2 vets plus your crew. Remember, these guys get on the boat on a Saturday afternoon, and they're living with you until Tuesday. So think of the capacity, all that stuff. If your boat can do that, but about a 40-footer, 2-stateroom boat is kind of, where it makes sense. We have some smaller ones.
Enough fuel,
water, bait. We make sure everyone gets a bunk, at least the vets do. I don't care. Last year I slept on the floor. Carlos slept in the salon with me. We were talking till 3 o'clock in the morning, like we were at a campfire, like we were.
Wow. That's rad.
That's neat.
But
it is absolutely rad.
And you're going to be
super rad.
You're going to be captaining a boat too, right, Dave?
Yes, I'll be there. I'm on a little tiny boat this year, but we'll do our best to try to make sure our guys have the best time they possibly can.
Pete, you could put your boat on the boat that Dave's fishing on. It's 130 feet.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of the biggest fishing boats in San Diego.
Wow. That's cool, Dave.
We're pretty excited.
Yeah. And who's your crew?
I got Jimmy Decker and Eric Landis.
Nice.
So the guys will be taken care of pretty well.
Yeah, and how many vets are going to be on that one? Three, Rod?
3.
Yeah, that's
cool.
That's great. That's really fantastic. All right, hey, Dave, of course, we're going to hear what's going on the water tomorrow from your saltwater guide, and thanks for joining us, and thanks for being a part of the War Heroes on Water show here. Appreciate that.
All right, guys, thank you.
All right, let's jump into the phones while we wait for Marcos from Seaforth. Maybe he's too busy taking reservations.
Dude, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. Yeah. Well, the phones are absolutely packed. We're going to roll back in and talk to John. He's calling us from Escondido this morning. Good morning, John. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, brothers. And Semper Fi to all my Marine brothers. I spent 13 and a half years in the Marine Corps. Didn't make a lot of money, but had a lot of friends and got to do a lot of things that you can't put a price on. But my question today is for Pete. With all these boats being all booked up and everything like that, I'm looking to either go to Alaska or Canada to go fishing next year. You've been to both. Which one would you go fish on?
Yes. You name it, you go. I would say, Kingfisher Charters, what a great experience. You're a saltwater guy, right? I'm assuming you want saltwater fishing.
John's a long-range guy, fishes a lot of 3-day trips down here.
Because there's nothing like Katmai, but that's all freshwater fishing,
right.
But it's great for saltwater guys too. But so Katmai Lodge is a great choice, but not if you want to bring a couple boxes of fish home. Kingfisher Charters, fantastic experience, and easy to get to in Sitka. Probably the best captains of any group fleet that I've ever fished with. Across the board, the finest boats, the finest captains, and really super comfortable lodging and great food and such like that. If you can get a spot for next year, Kingfisher Charters is great. And then the other one that has epic fishing is Queen Charlotte Safaris. Much less pressure than Sitka. And much smaller operation. You're talking about 24, 26 people at the lodge, and just amazing king salmon fishing, amazing lingcod fishing, and more generous limits in Canada. A little harder to get to. You need to spend a night or two in Vancouver. A little more expensive as far as travel goes. But not really. I mean, when you balance out it, there's so many flights going into Vancouver. It's about the same as getting into Sitka these days, the way prices on airlines have gone through the roof. But either one of those, John, you can't go wrong.
I want to go jig for lingcod. After seeing the picture of you and Dart and all that big, that looks so rad.
And it's ridiculous how good it is.
That's cool.
Too, because it just doesn't get tapped. Yeah. So, and keep in mind that this year's been a very busy year in travel, and that pressure, which isn't a lot of pressure, maybe 10 boats total up there, something like that, pressuring that lingcod. Can you imagine how good it would be like in June or July?
Crazy.
We were there in August, and it had already been fished on for 2 months. But I can't imagine it being any better, but it was really good.
You've seen a lot. You've been all over Alaska and obviously Canada. Opportunity for a big halibut the same in both locations?
I think your opportunity for a big halibut is much better at Kingfisher.
Okay.
And here's the reason why. They anchor. They anchor, and they know where the big fish live. They don't anchor in Canada for some reason. I'd love to buy them an anchor and put an anchor down, because I can't even imagine how good it would be.
Yeah.
But
not to say that opportunity's not there in Canada.
And there's plenty of big halibut around.
Sure.
It's just, if you're not anchored, you're not getting that scent trail out, and you're not spending the time in the one spot to bring in the bigger fish.
It's amazing how different fishing that Pacific halibut is, rod and reel, than it is fishing California halibut here.
Yeah.
You're not trying to drift a bait in front of a fish that's not moving. I mean, those things are very... we're used to fishing a California halibut here on 20 pound and being stealthy, and like those things are very scavenger like, and it's bait on the bottom, it's scent on the water, being adjacent to hard bottom and being adjacent to structure and having that fish come up the line and get to you. But man, that's cool. Either way, John, you got a fun trip in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the call, John. And the only recommendation I make to everybody, whether it be Kingfisher Charters or our Kingfisher Charters trip, is already sold out for 2023. But he's got other spots open. And Queen Charlotte Safari is getting close to being sold out for next year. Make your reservations now. Whether you go on the Let's Talk Hookup trip or you go another time, make your reservations now, because otherwise you're going to be wishing instead of fishing, for sure. All the trips that we support and do are on our website, letstalkhookup.com. On the trips page, you can check those out for sure. Thanks a lot for the call. This is kind of off our subject line here of War Heroes on the Water, but I think it's important to ask, and it's from John and Carson. It's about Dorado Limits. And probably Ricky will be a little better on this. He wants to know, he says he's thought that there was a 5-fish limit, then he sees boats keeping 10 fish. Let's clarify that a bit. It's, as far as Mexico goes, I know that it's a 2-fish limit.
Correct.
Your 2 fish count as 5 fish. So if you're fishing in Mexican waters, 2 Dorado limit per day per angler. U.S. waters, Rod, Ricky, I believe it's 10.
It's 10, yeah.
It's
I
10.
mean, I get so cautious saying stuff like that because things change so much. So I will jump on the website, confirm during the show, but it's 10. Yeah. I'm sure of it.
From my perspective, I only want to cut about half a dozen of them. I don't have a fisherman's processing at a Dana Point. I got to cut them myself, and that's all I can deal with. So that's my limit.
Why is it that nobody has put a processor in Newport?
Probably the cost of the real estate and the opportunity.
Or someone in Costa Mesa or something
that
like
is
that.
opportunity.
Unbelievable opportunities for somebody.
I'll tell you why, and it's because, and it's not even what I thought would have been. It's the yacht business that is so, that somebody out there that's, got that Anthony Shea entrepreneur in him is missing the boat of, these big boats, especially with all this big fish. But it's not even just big fish. It's the hassle. And so to have a service of a guy that comes down and meets the boat when it comes in, then takes the fish, goes off site, cuts it. Dude, I can tell there's an opportunity for somebody, especially with the number of those style boats that live in Orange County.
If somebody wants to be in Avalon on the 26th of September, I'm going to have 50 yachts full of these fish. And we're trying to send the vets home with their fish, and that's a real logistical challenge.
I'm sure.
How do we weigh them in, get them cut, get them frozen, get them back, and then they're flying out on Wednesday morning, and that's a puzzle I haven't solved, is how to send these guys home with all their fish, the ones that are flying.
So you're saying now, of course, Carlos, you're local here, you live in El Cajon.
Yeah, that's right.
Local guy, but there's a lot of people you guys fly in from all over the country,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, they're from all over, yeah.
So like where? Give us an example.
I'm East Coast, West, every state of the nation. You guys are from Texas, from D.C., from Virginia, from Florida, from Colorado, you name it, Arizona. A lot of them driving in, but a lot of them flying in. So you can imagine our team on that Friday meeting all these vets at the airport. We have concierge. Sure. We take them over to the hotel. We get them checked in. We get the hotel all decorated. Sick. There's this big cocktail party. All the vets are hanging out. We have a private reception for them with just the vets and some of our tournament staff at a special location, not to be disclosed. And it's just that's just before the tournament even starts. We got 3 special events: the big party at Anthony's, the yacht boarding, the boat parade, like
so
all
cool.
this sort of stuff. But yeah, but we really try to figure out, put this puzzle together of how to send these guys with their fish. Last year I drove down to San Diego, met Carlos for lunch, and brought him a bunch of bluefin.
Oh, that's cool.
Rad.
Yeah. You volunteers. Do you need volunteers for this? This has got to be a logistical nightmare as far as, maybe even worse than the World Tour. I don't know.
It is, there's so much going on in a short amount of time and all this sort of stuff. We've got a great amount of volunteers. Guys putting their boats in to run our crew back and forth to Avalon, help tie boats up in the pier, and lug stuff. So we're pretty good on that because I need volunteers that want to put their boat in.
Okay, so you're good on. You don't really need any more volunteers to shuttle people in the airport or get the boats going back and forth.
A couple things like we're always looking. A couple of these yachts are looking for crew. So I got some Highline ringers, guys like Jimmy and Eric and like that. That hey, I need a deckhand, and I need a couple like big time pro yacht captains that want to go run a boat. I've got 2 boats looking for captains right now.
Okay,
that's cool.
So if you're a yacht captain and professional and want to do this, I've got a couple of boats.
You want to help out?
Yeah, you want to help out.
What a rewarding experience.
Be on a great boat and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, and really the relationships that you build and like the reward is unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. I see it in your eyes. I see it in everybody. Even Dave Hansen gets touched up, Oh,
man.
Captain Dave, really? Right? But even Dave
Captain Kill 'Em All.
Yeah. he's like...
Got a special place in his heart for this.
Yeah, special place in his heart for the War Heroes.
Dave's a big part of this, and we let him do his little speech sometimes, and... it's a lot of fun. But the cast of characters we have, you got the Dave Hansens, you've got Steve Lasley, Jim Kingsmill. We've had Billy, all these great captains, all these great yachts. It is so amazing to see this community come together. You got Allie on Surly Mermaid we were talking about.
Allie,
and Dave from just all these great boats, all these great yachts. I get to meet a bunch of new ones each year that raise their hand and want to do it. I feel like I've got 10 boats in this thing of guys I went to high school or grade school with.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I recruited a little hard in that class because I know him. But
now you have Nagel involved.
Nagel and I are going to run the Second Sea this year.
Oh, okay.
And we'll
co-captain. All right.
Yeah, we'll either be tournament controller or we'll probably be carrying a couple of vets. I'll give Carlos a break and let him fish on a real boat this year.
Fantastic. All right.
Well, I thought this was a great text that came through, guys. Hey, great show. I come from a military family. When I was born, my father was in Vietnam, and he never talks about the war, but he talks about all of his buddies and lifelong memories that he made. I really wish there was something for him like this back then. That's from Bruce and Lemon Grove, and just saying it's a big, been a big thank you to the whole War Heroes on the Water.
Yeah, the Vietnam guys had it rough, and we have our ambassador from the Vietnam era, which is the Beak. He was a Vietnam vet, and we bring him out to the tournament. He's kind of all the vets love him. He loves to be part of it. He helps the yachts tie up and run around the pier.
Cool.
It's like you took 15 years. He's 15 years younger for a couple of days there. It's pretty amazing for that old man.
That's great. That brings up a question, Carlos, that I have. It's like when you connect with these fellow war heroes that you've never met, what's that like? What's that experience like?
The connection is instant. You know what you've been through. You might not have been there with that same guy, but you know the experiences that you've shared there. It's just throughout the whole military.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure a person like yourself adds a lot of support for your fellow vets too that are also war heroes.
Yeah, I think kind of goes both ways, not just within the veteran community, but just with others like Rod. Everyone that's part of this unique event. Just them helping us out. Just just
helps you and helps them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. That's so cool.
Yeah, and we've got a mantra around here that we started a year or two ago, but it's true. WOW is family. We're family.
Yeah.
The yacht crews, the volunteers, the staff, the vets, everybody that's part of this, even you guys helping us support it each and every year. This community, we are family.
Totally,
you guys are in, so we appreciate it.
We're proud to do it.
No doubt. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming away, including more of your phone calls. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
With gas prices going crazy, you certainly need to get the lowest price possible for your car or truck, and especially your trailer boat. That's why you need to visit Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. You're not going to just save pennies. You will save real money when you fill up at Summit Gasoline. Summit does not compromise on service. Oh no, the great staff is attentive, friendly, and ready to help. When you pull up to the pumps, notice how clean everything is. The great sound system, and of course, the low gas and diesel prices. Walk into the Summit Gasoline Bistro and check out the selection of frozen bait and chum, the top-of-the-line Italian coffee, and so much more. Get discounted Everingham live bait certificates, your free 100 pounds of ice with a 35-gallon minimum purchase, and stock up on snacks, beer, water, and soda for your trip. Just when you need low gas prices most, Summit Gasoline at the sports arena comes to the rescue. Summit Gasoline. Low prices, friendly staff, and easy in and out with your boat and trailer at the San Diego Sports Arena.
This is Rock Cod Rick for Adventure in Camping, where they bring the adventure to you. If you enjoy camping in the Eastern Sierra but don't own an RV or a trailer, or simply don't want the hassle, let Adventure in Camping park it for you. It's simple. Check out their website, adventureincamping.com, select from over 75 campgrounds they serve, decide on a trailer floor plan that fits your needs, request a quote for your desired vacation dates, then just show up and start your adventure. Dallas and I did exactly that, and it was incredible. We chose a beautiful Mammoth area campground. Adventure in Camping delivered the trailer to our spot. We showed up, enjoyed a clean, spacious trailer without any of the hassle. When it was time to go home, we just closed the door and drove away. It doesn't get any easier. If you enjoy camping in the Eastern Sierra but don't want the hassle, Adventure in Camping is for you. Check out adventureincamping.com for details. Make sure to mention Rock Cod Rick sent you for a special 20% off offer, but this special won't last long, so go to adventureincamping.com today.
For your next fishing adventure, check Point Loma Sport Fishing. They offer half-day trips on the Daily Double and full-day trips on the Mission Bell every day. Perfect for novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips on the American Angler, Vagabond, Intrepid, Independence, Loan, T-Bird, Game Changer, and more. Visit PointLomaSportFishing.com where you can purchase tickets online. Want to go fishing? Point Loma Sport Fishing has you covered.
All of us at the American Angler family want to express appreciation to our regular passengers that fish with us year after year, and to the new anglers that came out this last season. We realize how precious your vacation time is, and we are truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with us. It's important that your experience is memorable, from the moment you call the office to the time you step off the boat. Hi, I'm Lori. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. Come fishing with the American Angler family and make a memory.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Hey, I want to remind you this portion of the show is sponsored by Dana Landing on Mission Bay. That's your one-stop shop for everything you need to go fishing. A complete saltwater tackle store. They have a full deli. They have snacks, beverages, ice, and boating supplies. And when it comes to freshwater tackle, check out East County Bait and Tackle and the brand new Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. Full of all the freshwater tackle and live bait you need for a great day on the lake. Dana Landing is right across from SeaWorld next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. And East County Bait and Tackle, they're at the end of the 67 freeway at Mapleview and Lakeside, and the brand new Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle on Broadway in Lemon Grove. Check DanaLanding.com for more info on all those great spots.
Yeah, I was over at Dana Landing yesterday and saying hi to Johnny and Steve and the boys over there. And Johnny introduced me to a new Gamakatsu, or not new, but a Gamakatsu hooks that they're retrofitting the Mad Max with, that he says increases your hookup ratio and landing ratio quite a bit.
Anything to put a barb on one of those things is a very good thing.
If you want to know about that, if you have Mad Max and you've lost some fish on it, go see John over at Dana Landing. He'll set you up with the right Gamakatsu hook.
That Mad Max hook drives me crazy. Such a great lure. And, I mean, that's a BKK hook. It's a very strong, good hook that has virtually no barb. I mean, it is almost barbless.
But you put this Mad Max, it helps with the twisting, or the Gamakatsu hook on the Mad Max, and Johnny will show you how to rig them over there and set them up right so you don't have to put a treble on it. You can keep it a single, keep it running right and straight, and catch more fish.
There it is.
So check it out. Hey, we have Courtney on the line right now. Good morning, Courtney.
Morning. How are you today?
Hey, doing terrific. Thanks for joining us. You're a part of this War Here on Water event, right?
I am. I'm fortunate enough to have participated. This will be my 4th year coming up here in a month.
Rod?
Yeah, so Courtney, I've had the pleasure of fishing with him a couple of years here, and we've had a lot of fun fishing on Gadzooks with Greg. So if you guys know Greg from Gadzooks, it's part fishing, part good times.
Entertainment.
And we've had some great cruise and great fish. I know Courtney's got some some bluefin and some other stuff like that. Last year, I think he fished on Hopeless Asset with Kyle and the boys, and they really put the wampum on him on those all that school stuff out there, and yellowtail and bluefin, all that stuff out at the Tanner. So he's been a big part of this, and a great. He's a great veteran. I know he's an Army guy. I don't want to take too much of his stuff, but we really love having guys like Courtney out here that really support this country, and he's got a great military history in his family.
That's awesome, Courtney.
And Courtney, you mind talking about your injuries?
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the many who came back relatively unscathed physically. I mean, I think a lot of my issues have come from friends and really close friends and brothers that were either lost overseas or decided that they just couldn't handle it upon coming home. They didn't have War Heroes on Water. They didn't have Rod and Anthony and TJ and the amazing team at volunteers that's really reaching out and providing that support net. And it makes a really big difference in the lives of all the veterans. It's making a massive impact across everyone that's involved.
That is cool, and that's something you have to remember is it's not just physical injuries too. It's there are other injuries involved there too, and that's a good story. And so War Heroes have helped you deal with that and really kind of bring you together with your fellow War Heroes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I heard Rod say it, a couple minutes ago, but WOW is family is. That's kind of the mantra that's taken on, and it couldn't be more true. I mean, the bonds and relationships that I've been able to forge with everyone involved, whether they're other veterans, whether it's the boat crews and captains or the volunteers. I mean, these are relationships that'll last a lifetime. They're people that I talk to on a regular basis and check in, whether you're just checking in to see how things are going or whether you're having a tough day. I mean, that everyone that's been involved with WOW is 100% available and ready just to pick up the phone when you need it or just to let you talk. So it's really an amazing event that I'm extremely grateful for.
That's
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, well
That's
said.
cool.
Yeah, Court's one of the great WOW vets. He and I became friends. I went out and visited when his home in Virginia. He was a color guard in the White House and some other stuff besides serving overseas, and he's got a lot of great insight. We were going through Arlington. He's showing me all this cool stuff. I used to go there. That's why I went bowling, all this kind of stuff. So talk about the like welcome me into his home, into his family. We had his wife and son come out and kind of help with the tournament last year over in Avalon and got all that included, and now he's got a new baby at home. So Court's got his hands full, but he's going to come out in a few weeks here, and I can't wait to give him a big hug.
That's cool. All right. Well, Courtney, hey, you're probably really looking forward to getting together with your brothers here and enjoying this event. Which boat are you fishing on?
I don't know, Rob. Which boat am I fishing on?
Well, the boat we were thinking you were going to be on, they had to back out, so we'll have to find a different one for you.
Yeah, well, you'll be on a boat though, and and I'm sure enjoying some great time.
If you draw the short straw, you might be with me.
I'm trying to get on Rod's my good luck charm, so I'm going to figure out how to just get on his boat.
Hey, with Carlos
good
and
times
Rod,
to be had.
Yeah, have a real good time.
I'll have the tallest and the shortest vet. Our average will be perfect.
Perfect. Hey, Courtney, appreciate your service and your sacrifices that you've made, and thank you for participating in the show today. And good luck in the tournament.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your continued support and the making this available to your listeners. It's an awesome event, and we're deeply appreciative for everything you do. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to remind you again. Text that $10 donation if you haven't already, like we have, to 80100. You just put those numbers in the text. It's like you'd put a phone number, and you put that in, and it'll confirm that that's where you want to send it. And then when you're going to send the text, you just put it in WHOW. It doesn't have to be capitals. Doesn't have to be anything. So, yeah. Just WHOW. Send. It'll confirm that you're donating $10. You have to confirm, I believe, twice, and then you've made a donation. That easy. It just goes onto your phone book, and you're helping some great people that have done a lot of sacrifices for all all of us for sure. Great text coming through here, and here's an interesting one I'd like to read from Duffy in Long Beach. He says, "Hey guys, I'm a licensed captain and would love to volunteer my time for the great cars. Who do I get in contact with? How do I help out?"
So yeah, he wants to get in contact with me, Rod Halperin. So the simplest way, Duffy, is to visit our website. They've got to here's I want to join, and there's you can be a volunteer, a crew, a yacht, a bunch of stuff like that. Put that information in there, and then we'll kind of capture all your data and like that. Or if you want, just give me a phone call, 714-293-3290. You can call.
Say that again.
714-293-3290. That's my cell phone. Wait till the show's over. But and I'll be out fishing after this. But yeah, reach out to me. I got some yachts looking for some licensed captains, and if it works out, it works out. It'd be great. Love to have you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Cool. Right. Yeah, I had another great text come through. This one is I've got an idea for War Heroes on Water. Guys, can you add a different text option to donate a larger dollar amount? I love this. I'm looking forward to supporting. Can we do a text WOW 100 to do a $100 donation or a $25? Wish me luck also tomorrow. I'm going on a 3-day trip. That's Mike and Ramona.
All right, Mike. Well, we wish you tons of luck. On the text thing, there's some limitations that I'm phone company stuff. I'm not sure how it goes. If you want to give more than $10, again, visit our website, warheroesonwater.com, and there's a donate now. It'll take your credit card number to do it, unless you're trying to do it on your company phone. I guess that's why you want to give $100.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can give to your credit card limit there. Again, it's all tax deductible. You're going to get a receipt, and you'll be part of our list. Like I said, we're working real hard to get over $1 million, and we're north of 800,000 right now with the home stretch, about a month to go.
Wow. I really hope everybody listening does, again, do that. We've mentioned it multiple times, but it should do it again. Again, all you need to do, grab your phone and send a text to the phone number 80100. That's it. Just those 5 digits, 80100, and then in the body of the text, type in WHOW. As soon as you hit enter, just like Pete said, you're going to get a quick message that just wants to confirm that indeed you wanted to donate $10. It asks you to type in the word yes. You do that, boom, $10 goes right to your bill. You don't have to worry about it. You're not punching in any credit card info, nothing like that. Super quick, easy. There's no reason we all shouldn't be doing that.
Rod, so it has to be War Heroes on Water. WHOW.com doesn't work?
No, that was taken by something else.
Oh, man. All right. So, but War Heroes on Water, the best thing to do is just Google it, and it'll take you right to the site. And I want to say, this is from Don in Woodland Hills. It says, great show. The War Heroes on Water website provides lots of amazing info on War Heroes on Water, the Freedom Alliance, along with lots of ways to help out. So follow Don from Woodland Hills and just Google War Heroes on Water, find that website, and that way you can donate. If you want to donate $1,000.
That's right. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20.
Yeah. You want to sign up your boat. You have a boat 40 feet or better that would be perfect for this event. That's how you do it.
You can get a hold of us, and we just redid the website, so it's pretty slick right now. We're working on adding some of the archival stuff of what happened in the previous years.
Cool.
But it's a pretty slick new website, so we're proud of it.
I dig it. Hey, let's jump back into the phones. We're going to talk to Sean. He's calling us from Lomita this morning. Hi, Sean. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, you guys. I just got a couple stories to share, and I got a question. First of all, going fishing is our sanctuary, our oasis when we get away from the the crazy life in the city and going out fishing. And bringing this to someone that with a disability is so important. When I was 20 years old, I lost my vision from a car accident. I fished all my life. It wasn't in a war, not a war hero, but when I caught my first yellowtail again, it was like the best thing ever. Just bringing me back out there was just so fantastic. So my other story is I was at Yo's Tackle about 15 years ago, and this guy came in, and he was a veteran, and he had said he was in serving in Afghanistan, and all he could think of at night was catching a yellowtail. And he got to go out, and he got a jackpot at San Clemente Island on a big yellowtail. So just hearing this story about a war veteran, thinking about this, how special it was for him. Do you guys have any stories that you'd like to share about war heroes and how how this is so meaningful to them to go fishing on the war heroes on the water?
Well, I mean, I think just like yourself, I mean, I have some disabilities as well. I mean, I don't think of them as that, but, I definitely have some limitations, and just going out and being able to cast and actually get a bite and bring that fish in. I mean, to me, that's just, rehabilitation in itself,
Being on the water.
Oh, yeah.
It's the salt water, being on the water, having a fishing rod in your hand is just like, it's amazing medicine.
Not having your phone buzz every 5-10 minutes, it's just being away from it all. It's just with your buddies, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And one thing that's really big about War Heroes on Water, we talk about a lot, but it is 4 days on the boat. It's not an overnight trip. It's not a 3/4 day sport boat trip. You are on the boat. Your phone, to Carlos' point, your phone's off. You're embedded with these 4 or 5, group of people on the boat, or maybe more. But you're out there just focused on that, and you're in nature, and you're with all of that, and it is so healing. And that time on the water is so critical to kind of break down those walls, because these guys, like, a lot of very guarded. We all are. But after like a couple hours and maybe a beer or two or something like that, and those walls start coming down. And you see pictures from this, so the check-in, the guys are kind of like, stern a little bit.
Sure.
And then by the awards thing, the smile is like bigger than their ears.
They're all hugging and
and they're all sunburned and everyone's a friend. And then we get to the awards.
Like on the Avalon Pier?
Well, that party for sure.
That's unreal.
And then we come back on Tuesday and we have our private award ceremony, and some of these vets come up and they take the mic, to accept their award, and the words that they speak, from the heart to this group.
Sure.
Oh man. And to Anthony's point, and Carlos will agree with you, and Courtney said, like, this tournament's saving lives. There's guys that were ready to
having a tough time.
And now they've got a whole new group of friends and a reason to look forward to. These guys look forward to the day this thing ends. They look forward to next year. Our hardest point is we want every vet back, and we want to bring a bunch of new ones. And how big can we make this thing? That's why it keeps getting bigger. And it's hard for these guys that got to select them and say that, you can't all come back every year.
Yeah. Hey, Mike from the Tributes on the Water. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys. I know we're kind of getting down towards the end of the show here, but first kelp of the day. Very, very good fishing here. First trip, we had 24 Dorado and a couple yellowtail for our 20 guys, or 22 guys here. Very, very good fishing here lately. The phenomenal Dorado and the yellowfin and the bluefin fishing to go with. That last trip, Tyler ran on the boat, limits of Dorado, and then they had a stop in the afternoon for 51 mixed yellowfin and bluefin to go with some other fish. Just really, really good fish. Andrew yesterday on the Pacifica had, I think, close to limits of yellowfin and Dorado for a one-day trip, and they're just outstanding, great fish. I mean, there's a lot of fish from the 40 to 60 pound range. So some of the better yellowfin locally in a long time.
And the grade is amazing too, and it's so good. So if somebody wants to go on the Tribute, Mike, are there any spots available this coming week?
This week, I think there might be a couple spots left for Tuesday night's trip. Tomorrow night is sold out, and then spots, things are filling up fast, but September, and this fishing seems to just keep getting better and better. Some of the better grade Dorado we've seen in a long time to go with the tuna. So give Seaforth Landing a call, 619-224-3383. You can book through TributeSportFishing.com. SeaforthLanding.com. But take a look at our Facebook page. I mean, really get an idea of what we're catching and just how good this fishing is.
Mike, I just got a quick favor to ask. Please keep track of every backlash and pulled hook that my buddy Jeff has on the boat with you today, and just kind of keep track. Give me a rundown when I get home. I got a hard time I got to give. So
send me a picture of my. I might already have a good picture of a backlash. First go around, I think we blew up 8 rental rods.
All right, perfect.
Sweet. Those fish are big.
Like bad.
Yeah. Cool, Mike. Thanks for the call. Thanks for keeping us updated. We sure appreciate that.
We'll check back tomorrow. You guys have a good day.
Great.
Thanks,
All
Mike.
right. Thanks a lot. Hey, Brian from San Diego, real quick here, just had a quick text. He says, great show, very powerful hearing all the stories. Good luck to all the vet anglers. Semper Fi. Yeah. And that's a good message for sure.
Well, that's a great way to send it to the break. When we come back, we're going to find out who's going fishing on board the Liberty. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Hayden Lane here from Fast Lane Kayaking, and I got to tell you about all the rad new stuff we have in the shop, like the fully updated new line of Hobie inflatable kayaks, the iTrek series. Hobie took the best-selling i11S and made it even better, then added new models like it, like the new iTrek 9 that weighs just 37 pounds, fully rigged, packs into a small bag with wheels, and fits just about anywhere. And on the water, this thing performs, featuring a super wide and flat hull shape that is stable and an elevated beach chair style seat that is comfortable. Or the all-new Hobie Mirage Lynx. Inspired by the shape of the inflatable kayaks, Hobie made a durable and ultralight hardtop model. It's the missing link. It looks like a hybrid of a stand-up paddleboard and a kayak. And the best part, at just 45 pounds, the hull weighs about half as much as similar-sized kayaks. And it's stackable. Pile them up on your roof rack or your truck bed. You gotta see this thing. Stop by the shop, right on the water in Dana Landing Marina in Mission Bay, or check us out online at fastlanekayaking.com.
Cutwater Spirits celebrates those who work smarter, not harder, and know that enjoying a bar-quality cocktail is as easy as cracking open a can. No mixing required. We cut out that step for you. Made in San Diego with our real award-winning spirits, Cutwater canned cocktails are ready to enjoy, ready when you are. All you gotta do is choose your cocktail, such as our fan favorites like our lime margarita, tiki rum mai tai, vodka mule, or mango margarita, or try them all. Please enjoy responsibly.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
Great fishing is what Seaforth Sports Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, Elgato Doe, Pride, Polaris Supreme, Tribute, Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen, for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Okay, we have got the big coin, which we're going to have Carlos flip with one side with the T for the texters, one side with the C for the callers. Carlos, do us the honors. Give us the coin flip, and we're going to find out who...
Put it right on the table there. There you go.
The
Flip it up.
Okay, it is a caller today, so congratulations, John in Escondido. You were going fishing on board the Liberty. Appreciate it very much. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Taro and Ebel, the whole crew, you're going to have a blast.
Good stuff, and thanks for your contribution to the show, too. And, Carlos, thanks for your contribution to keeping us free.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
And your sacrifices, too. Very much an honor to have you here on Let's Talk Hookup. And, Rod, an honor to have you and all your work. Anthony, all his work and everything that he does. And, again, how do we support War Heroes on Water?
Well, there are a couple different ways. The easiest way, again, that text to give, that $10, you text to 80100. Text WHOW, stands for WOW, War Heroes on Water. You'll be given $10 when you do that. Or you can go to warheroesonwater.com. If you donate now, you can give up to your heart's content. You got special ideas, other things you want to participate with your yacht. You want to carry vets in this thing this year or next, or other things that you think is something for the silent auction. You got tickets to the Padres game, or you got a restaurant you want to give a gift certificate, or all that kind of stuff. We do a really big silent auction. It's a big part of our fundraising. Come to the party. Come to the boat parade in Newport on the 24th. You can stand on the shore. You can bring your boat. You can kayak out there, be in your Duffy. Wave your American flag, and that's going to be around 5 p.m. or so in Newport. And it just show these guys, thank you for what they've done. It's the least we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. So, again, warheroesonwater.com. Easy to do. Just Google it, and you can donate. You can, if you want to volunteer your yacht, if you're a captain, you want, like Duffy, they need captains, so licensed captains that can run boats and catch fish. Do it. And thank you, Rod, for all you're doing. We'll look forward to the reports of after the tournament in September there.
Always love being on the show, seeing my old buddies, Rock Hard Rick and Pete Gray.
Yeah, September 27th, 23rd through the 27th, War Heroes on Water. Hey, thanks very much for all your support and all that you did out there. And thanks to Christian for manning the board. Thanks to Adam for all he does on our Let's Talk Hookup app. Of course, this will be a great show to replay on the app. So be sure Adam will have it up there in minutes, I'm sure. So if you want to hear it again, it'll be there. And tomorrow morning on Let's Talk Hookup, the Sea Samurai will be here. Kevin Nakata. That's going to be great. He's bringing in a rail rod to give away, if you can believe that. So that's going to be a great show, 7 to 9 a.m. We'll see you right back here on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio and the Let's Talk Hookup app.